In this issue, part number 2, profit for all 1000%. 5 reasons to borrow from Primex Finance. Good afternoon, friends. We are from Ukraine. I'm happy to welcome everyone to my channel. With you, as always, your unrepeatable Mr.Atlant. In this video, you will find an overview of the Primex Finance project. And to be more specific, today we will continue to tell and analyze the following questions. 5 reasons to borrow from Primex Finance and how to get a profit from it. Well, let's continue. From the last issue, we are already familiar with you, but let's recall a little. What's the problem with the most lending protocols? One and probably the main problem, the fact is that most lending protocols use an inconvenient loan system. It works as follows: you need to put a higher amount in collateral than what you can borrow. Also, lending protocols don't support non-custodial margin. In this case, users don't have ownership of their assets, unfortunately. Solution of problems from Primex Finance. I'll start by saying that Primex Finance plans to create a decentralized liquidity protocol to enable non-custodial from spot margin trading across multiple dexes and blockchains without faxing the owner collateralization issues of DeFi lending protocols. The potential impact of decentralized order books or other caveats of cryptocurrency-based derivatives. Based on the above, it will be a connection of lenders with traders, and this will allow Justin to increase the annual income on assets by significant percentages. Agree that is too cool. And now let's move on to the second reason. Why should you borrow on Primex? More risk, higher API. As I'm sure you probably heard, with Primex Finance, lenders can typically access higher APIs than most DeFi lending protocols. Based on this, traders are forced to pay higher commissions because they use liquidity from high-risk segments with high volatility digital assets. And for lenders at the same time, Primex Finance can benefit from the same level of security as over collateralizations on lending DeFi lending protocols. However, instead of excessive collateral, Keepers is responsible for providing protection in this era by crossing traders' positions and automatically executing all orders without risk to the trader, credit even for highly volatile assets. In addition, the protocol makes it impossible for traders to transfer lenders' assets to external wallets. Instead, the only purpose for which they can use liquidity is to open a position using Primex Smart contracts. Well, friends, I think that there is enough new information today, because if there is too much of it, it will not be recommended in a way. And now I propose to summarize what we have already said. So, result. Today we got acquainted with the second reason. Why should you borrow from Primex Finance? Personally, I like this because as a lender, you can lend to risk higher assets that have a higher API and still get a bigger profit from the deal, which is pretty cool. And that's all I have. I was glad to be useful to you. See you again in the next issue.